Hey, it's Nintendad. Welcome back to another 25 of my games. We're going from F to M in this one. I'm really excited because I got some really good ones coming up. Not that the other ones weren't. Some of my really favorite games are in this section here, so let's get started. First game on the list. Had to import it. Now this got an English release, but I had to import it from Japan. Didn't want to wait. Plus I like the cover better. You know me and covers. Fatal Frame. Maiden of Blackwater. Some people are not as much of a fan of this game. Some of the more hardcore fans are not really too fond of it, but I thought it was okay. I've not played a whole lot of it. I've not played any of the other Fatal Frames, so maybe that's why I don't really think it's that bad. I do want to get back to it. It's a little quirky at times with the movement and stuff, but overall a really good game. And so far from what I've played. Another one I got to get back to. You'll hear that a lot from me. Next game on the list. This is another Switch exclusive. I've not played a whole lot of it, maybe about 5 to 10 hours, but it's really good so far. I definitely want to get back to this one as well. But that is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said already? The art in this is great, although some of the textures and stuff are pretty at times, but the art for the characters are awesome. The story's pretty good so far. I just love all the management side of it. You know, it's very, very strategic and everything. I'm not playing it on one of the harder difficulties just because I want to be able to get through it when I do play it eventually sometime. Got it for a good price off eBay. Somebody selling it for like $40, so I didn't have to pay the $60 that it would normally be, or even $50 something. So that's nice. Yeah, definitely one I need to get back to though, for sure. Another I Am 8-bit exclusive here. This one got a little tough, and I couldn't really figure out what I needed to do next, so I kind of put it down, but really beautiful, artistic, one-of-a-kind type game, and that is Gorogoa. Apparently this thing goes for a decent amount of money now. I happened to find it at Best Buy. I don't know why they were selling I Am 8-bit stuff, but they were. It's really cool so far. I just wish I could really be smarter and be able to beat it or play through it. So maybe one day, maybe I'll come back and it'll be like, oh man, that was it, you know. That usually happens. Next game on the list is another beautiful artistic game. I love it very much. Another Devolver Digital involvement, another special reserve release, and that is Gris. Don't know how you pronounce that, however you do, Gris or Gris. This is an absolutely beautiful little platform puzzle type game. I can't recommend this game enough. I actually love the alternate cover. I think I'm going to put that back in actually, because I do like that better, and it stands out in my Switch collection, having the pink and white type spine, so that's cool. I know some people can't stand that, but it doesn't bother me. Anyway, this game is amazing. I definitely want to get back to finishing this. I know it's another one that's short but sweet. The art is just beautiful. The whole concept behind it. I don't really want to spoil things. Just go play this for yourself. Highly recommend this one. Here we have another collection of 2 games. Another Devolver Digital release or publication, whatever. And that is Hotline Miami. Now this isn't the crazy expensive special reserve one. This is the retail one that came out later, which I was very thankful to get because I was really interested in this game. It's, you know, one-hit kills and it's very fast respawn, and it's really cool. I like the pixel art style and everything. It was a fun game what I've played with it so far. I've gotten a good ways through it. Just need to get back to it. It's one of those ones you can kind of pick up and play and put down and pick up again later on. So yeah, I definitely have to pick it back up one of these days. Here's another good one that I got not too long ago. I described this as like a futuristic Contra with modern controls and then just a cyberpunk type aesthetic, but a really great game. It's tough and challenging too, so I definitely have not gotten through it all the way yet, but I've had a blast what I've played so far, and that is Hunt Down. Yeah, like I said, just a really awesome run and gun Contra type game. It's 2-player local. Up to 2-player local co-op if you want. Just really awesome pixel art style, really awesome soundtrack, just controls, everything. It's just what makes a good game. Just everything is cohesive together. Can't recommend this enough. No, 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 no. Gotta have it. Katamari Damacy reroll. What a fun game. That music gets stuck in your head, among other tunes. What can I say? One of the best $20 I've ever spent for a game. If you've never played a Katamari, definitely play a Katamari. I never played one until I got this one on the Switch. But they're really fun little games. Sometimes you just want to play these type of games, and yeah, it's good stuff. I highly recommend it. For only like $20, you can't go wrong. Man, I knew this game was going to be good the moment I saw the previews for it, and it did not disappoint me. It was not hard, but it was just so much fun to just run through it. And that is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I haven't played Kirby Star Allies. I haven't played a Kirby game since Dreamland on the Game Boy. And yes, I am old. But I haven't played a Kirby game since then. That was 93 or 94, I believe. This was a wonderful return for me personally to a Kirby game. I can't recommend this one enough either. As I said, it's not hard. It is just so much fun to run through. This game has so much of that beautiful Nintendo charm. Can't go wrong with this. Highly recommend this one too. Here's another odd one that I got from Nicalis when I was on their website some years ago grabbing a few of their games, and that is Core Gadget. If you're into making music, this is it. I don't think it's as extensive, obviously, as like an FL Studio or whatever the one you can get on iOS is. But you can do some pretty cool stuff. I definitely want to get back to this one. My song for my channel I actually created with this too, just kind of to show you how, I didn't really want to sample anybody's music, and I didn't really want to do anything. I wanted to try to create a little something for myself, so I really do need to get back with this one because I love music so much, and I would love to create something really cool in this. Highly recommend this too if Nicalis still has it. I believe there might be another retail version elsewhere, but it's not readily easy to find, I don't think, so you might have to search a little bit, but I can't recommend this one enough either if you like creating music and or creation games. It's fun to play around with. There's a lot of good plugins and stuff for this. Here's another one I got from eBay. Limited Run actually distributed this too, but then I guess it got a regular Peggy PAL release. A PAL release, and that is Kunai. This is an awesome little Metroidvania that's kind of got like a Game Boy art style to it, or colors. It's kind of limited colors and everything. Another one I need to get back to. I just have so many games. When I got this, I got another handful with it, and I just it got pushed to the wayside. You know how it happens if you have a lot of games. But yeah, what I've played so far, this game is awesome. If you love Metroidvanias, and I've said it before, Metroidvanias, platformers, and shmups are perfect for the Switch, and I just was happy to have yet another Metroidvania on my Switch, so definitely going to get back to it one day. Here is another super rare release that I got, number 46, and that is Lonely Mountains Downhill. This game's pretty cool. It's got a simple, like, polygon, like, simpler art style, but it's really fun. You kind of just race down the mountains in these little, I want to say dirt bikes, but mountain bikes. You can unlock more levels and more bikes and everything the better you do. It's challenging, but it's fun. I've had a good amount of laughs with my daughter just wrecking down a mountain and stuff. Even though it's very simplistic art style, definitely a fun one. If you can find this for a decent price, because, super rare stuff, and it's been out for a while, that sometimes you're going to get nailed pretty hard. So if you really want this, good luck with finding it for a decent price. Here is another iam8bit exclusive. I love iam8bit. Just about any time they come out with a Switch game, I just about want it. There's only been 2 or 3, maybe 4 or so that I have not gotten from them. I think they just got their finger on some kind of pulse, at least with me, that they know the games I want. This is another one, really trippy puzzle platformer type thing. I don't know if it's really considered a platformer, but a puzzle game. But that is Manifold Garden. This game's cool. There's points where there's just like infinity. You might fall off a ledge or something, but you're not going to die because everything just repeats infinitely. And it's something to wrap your head around. You kind of got to be in a certain mindset to play this one, I think. So another one I've put down, but I definitely want to get back to one of these days. And this next one, hopefully some of you have heard of. It's a little obscure, but who am I kidding? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Needs no introduction. The best-selling Switch game, in my opinion, because they bundled it with the Switch so many damn times. It better be the best-selling Switch game. I mean, come on. Is it the best Switch game? I don't think so. I would put it in the top 5, maybe top 10. It's definitely in the top 10. Top 5 maybe. I'd really have to think about that, but it's definitely in the top 10. Can't go wrong, and if you get the add-on, they're basically going to have the whole track size up by the end of 2023, I think. It's going to be up to 96 tracks. I mean, just insane the amount of content. Really look forward to playing the next set of tracks that come out for this. Me and my daughter have put so many hours into this on the Wii U, and let alone on this one too. It just 100 hours or more. I mean, easily. So, can't recommend it enough. If you have a Switch, you probably have this, but if you don't, it's a banger. Talk about a banger. Here is yet another banger. I knew, like Kirby, I knew when I saw this game that it was going to be amazing. I knew it was going to be one of the Switch's best exclusives. I just knew it. There was something I felt about it, and it did not disappoint. That is Metroid Dread. This is my first Metroid I have ever beaten. I have almost played every single one of them, except for the Prime series, but I have never beat any of them. But Dread I've beat twice, on medium and on hard. And let me tell you, on hard, it's rough. This game is amazing, though. I mean, the controls, the graphics. I know the arguments that some of the music is not as strong as other Metroids, and I will agree. Super Metroid probably still has the best music out of all of them. But you cannot discount this game. I cannot wait to see where they go with this. I cannot wait for Metroid Prime 4. If they're making the trilogy of Prime, I'm ready to play those two. This Metroid got me hooked. Just like many other game series that have got me hooked on the Switch. Shin Megami, Fire Emblem, now Metroid. I mean, and Xenoblade. It's kickstarted my love for series that I never knew nothing about. And I'm one of those noobs. I'm not a long-time person, but once you're hooked, and it's like, I'm hooked on Metroid. 2D Metroid now, this is an amazing freaking game. My only complaint, I wish it was longer. That's it. And maybe that's not even a complaint to some, but it is what it is. Got another great collection here of 2 games. I don't know if they'll ever put the third one of this on the Switch, because it's pretty taxing, I think, on the next-gen systems, but Metro Redux. These are really great. I remember playing these back on the 360 when they were exclusive, at least the first one. I really want to get back to these because there's just something about this story. Just something about the atmosphere and everything. I really would have been drawn to this. I picked this up for like $18 or something at Walmart one day. It's just super cheap. So definitely one I need to get back to in my backlog. Great games. From what I've played and what I've seen and heard, they're great games. I need to really treat myself and play these someday. But backlog battle. Here's another game that needs no introduction. It's one of the most popular games ever made. I don't play it so much anymore unless I'm playing with my daughter. And I'm really not a survival player. I just like playing peaceful and creative because it's like having digital Legos, and I love that. That is Minecraft. Now, it is cool that there are Super Mario mashup pieces and a world that you can build in, but this does not run the best on the Switch, especially in co-op. It can be quite taxing on the Switch. It can, take forever for land to load in and everything, even on single player. So I'm not dogging it out. It is still very playable, but just be a little patient with it and understand that if you are going to buy this for the Switch. Another series that I've been told by friends for years to get on, and I have now become a crazed lunatic of a fan, and I will never look back. My absolute favorite game on the Switch, the game that I think is absolutely without a doubt the best game on the Switch, me personally, not just because of the 420 hours I've put into it, but the sheer amount of content, customizable options for your character, for your menus even. I mean, and the DLC that's getting ready to come out in like one more day, unreal. This game's gonna go to even more of heights. I can't wait to play even more of this add-on that's coming out. And that game is Monster Hunter Rise. Unreal. I cannot believe I've never played a Monster Hunter. I remember watching friends playing Iceborne and really thinking, my, that looks awesome. I was so put off by all the menus and everything. But when I finally dove into this, it's like I'd known it for years. It's like it takes a lot to learn. I'm still learning things after 420 hours. I've never put that much time into a game in my life. Not even like a Skyrim or any type of huge RPG like that. I mean, the value I've gotten out of this game is unreal. And I don't double dip very often, but I've double dipped in this just so my daughter can play with me. And she's gotten good at it too, and it makes me so proud. I'm going to be streaming some more, or at least putting up some videos of this when Sunbreak comes out, because, man, I could just sit here and talk about this game forever. One last thing I'll say, a couple of my favorite builds, because I don't just play one. I love bow, heavy bow gun, hammer. Those three are probably my favorite, and I interchange quite a bit with them. Cannot recommend this game enough. Absolutely, definitively my favorite Switch game so far. Be hard to beat this. It really would be. And we get into my first fighting game, I think, so far on the Switch. I've got some more coming, BlazBlue and a couple other things, but this is a pretty decent one. Arguably not the best way to play it if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One or a newer PlayStation or Xbox. But it serves its purpose. It's really the cutscenes that don't look so great and the hair physics and stuff, but when you're in-game fighting, you can't really tell that much. Now, it does have a pretty hefty download size. It's like 20-something gigs, which kind of sucks. It's almost like, what is the point of having a physical? But anyway, that is MK11. I love the characters that they've added with this. Really great game. I used to beat the crap out of my brother in this little Rambo versus Terminator action. But anybody that grew up in the 80s and 90s like I did, to get RoboCop and Rambo and the Terminator, that's just a dream come true. But then, you throw in Spawn there that everybody's wanted forever, and it's like, yes, finally NetherRealm, finally. You put Spawn in. Yeah, like I said, not the greatest fighter on the Switch, not the best way to play this game, but it does function. And my last game on this list of this 25, Red Art Games. I believe this is my first one so far in the collection. Red Art Games, one that is now sold out, so I'm super glad that I got a hold of this. Another puzzle platformer with a wonderful story I've heard that I need to get back to. My Memory of Us. It's got a very Nazi-esque style to it, or an overarching kind of story, or whatever you want to call it. Just another one I need to get back to, but something that really caught my eye and I wanted to pick it up, so definitely need to get back to it. Okay, so that was part 2 of my Switch collection. Can't wait to get to the next part. I'm trying to edit up the one before this one and get everything rolling so that I can work on the next one. I really enjoy doing these. If you enjoy it, give me a like and subscribe. It'd be really awesome. And let me know about some of your favorite games in your collection. Which games do you think are the top 5 Switch games? Be really interesting to hear. I love other people's opinions and sometimes how they perceive things as opposed to the way I do, and maybe can open my eyes up to things that I didn't know, or vice versa. So it's always a good thing. So as always, take care, thank you, and we'll see you next time.